Salutations from the Sophistication Network, your only reliable news provider. Before we get on to the pressing matters, I wish to provide a palate cleanser for you, a refreshing awakening from the traps of the 21st century. A brief excerpt from Invictus by William Ernest Henley.
Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed.
Now that you have been centered, I bring you breaking news. I am sorry to inform you of an armed attack that killed 20 people in the city of Dhaka, Bangladesh. Dhaka is pronounced dah-kah, dah-kuh, or Dacca. Its name was romanized as Dacca, D-A-C-C-A, until the current spelling was adopted in 1983. The old city of Dhaka was the Mughal capital of Bengal. The city's name was Jahangir Nagar, city of Jahangir, in the 17th century. It was a cosmopolitan commercial giant and the hub of the worldwide muslin and silk trade. The city hosted two important caravansaries of the subcontinent, the Barakatra and Chotokatra, located on the riverfront of the Buriganga. The Mughals decorated the city with well-laid-out gardens, tombs, mosques, palaces, and forts. Dhaka became known as the City of Mosques in Bengal. It was also described as the Venice of the East. The old city was home to various Eurasian merchant groups. At the height of its medieval glory, Dhaka was regarded as one of the wealthiest and most prosperous cities in the world. Now that was a sad piece of news, but one we must hear nonetheless. Now, we will move on from this tragic shooting in Dhaka. I bring you the next piece of breaking news. But first, I make a disclaimer on my personal bias on this next issue. Now, on to this outrage. Get this. The New South Wales, which is a state in Australia, has issued a banishment on what? On greyhound racing. They cite widespread cruelty in the industry. What is the world coming to, I ask? Next, they will be banning bird watching or maybe ornithology as a whole. Political chauvinists. Speaking of which, greyhounds have a variety of colored coats. There is a blue brindle, a black and white, a fawn, a dark red, a light red fawn, a white and brindle tick, a white and brindle, and a red brindle. There are more, those are simply my favorites. Now for a breaking health public service announcement to the concerned listener. Asparagusic acid is an organosulfur compound with the molecular formula C4H6O2S2 and is systematically named 1,2-dithalanane 4-carboxylic acid. The molecule consists of a cyclic disulfide functional group, a 1,2-dithalane, with a carboxylic acid side chain. It is found in asparagus and is believed to be the metabolic precursor to the odorous sulfur compounds responsible for the distinctive smell of urine, which has long been associated with eating asparagus. Avoid this asparagusic acid at all costs if you have a care for the china that you excrement upon. And finally, the closer to this broadcast. This is another palate cleanser of sorts, to wash from your mind the dirty, unseemly image you must have seen a few seconds ago. I bring you the painting Saint Mame and Duke Alexander by artist Jean the Elder in the year 1541. It is currently housed in Musée du Louvre, Paris. According to legend, Saint Mame was martyred under Emperor Aurelian in Cappadocia in around 275. He was highly revered in Asia Minor in early Christian times, and described as a great martyr. In the 8th century, his relics were taken to Langres in France, and he became patron saint of Langres Cathedral. Now, farewell listeners, tune in for next time.